Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur and CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, and the social media platform X, formerly Twitter, has found himself at the center of a political storm in the United Kingdom. His perceived shift toward far-right ideologies, coupled with a growing antagonism toward Prime Minister Keir Starmer and the UK's centre-left Labour government, has sparked significant concern. A recent report suggests that Musk's actions are part of a broader and more calculated strategy, one aimed at destabilizing the current government and paving the way for a far-right administration to ascend to power in the UK. Musk's bold and controversial moves in the political sphere are not new, however. His growing focus on the UK has raised eyebrows. The world's richest man has reportedly made Britain his latest pet project, following his alleged involvement in aiding Donald Trump's re-election to the US presidency in November. Musk's actions have included amplifying far-right voices on X, stoking public anger over deeply sensitive issues like historic child grooming scandals, and using his platform to challenge the legitimacy of Starmer's government. The Financial Times recently reported that Musk has even discussed with close allies how to escalate his campaign against the Labour government, suggesting that his ambitions extend far beyond social media activism. This unfolding drama has sparked important questions about the intersection of wealth, power, and politics in democratic societies. Is Musk merely expressing his personal views on a global stage, or is he actively leveraging his vast resources and influence to shape political outcomes? And if the latter is true, what are the implications for democracy in the UK and beyond? To understand the current controversy surrounding Musk, it is essential to examine his political trajectory. For much of his career, Musk was perceived as a maverick entrepreneur, a visionary who focused on technological innovation rather than political partisanship. He was widely admired for his work in advancing electric vehicles, space exploration, and renewable energy. However, recent years have seen Musk become increasingly vocal about his political beliefs, often in ways that have alienated former admirers and sparked accusations of a rightward drift. Critics point to Musk's growing engagement with far-right commentators and controversial figures as evidence of this shift. On X, Musk has amplified posts from individuals and organizations accused of promoting extremist ideologies, sparking accusations that he is giving a platform to hate speech and misinformation. His decision to reinstate previously banned accounts, including those of far-right figures, has further fueled these criticisms. Musk has defended these actions as a commitment to free speech, arguing that all viewpoints deserve a voice on his platform. However, detractors argue that this rhetoric masks a more insidious agenda. The UK has become a particular focus of Musk's political commentary in recent months. His criticisms of Prime Minister Keir Starmer and the Labour government have grown increasingly pointed, with Musk using his platform to highlight issues that he claims the government has mishandled. These include the ongoing fallout from historic child grooming scandals, which Musk has framed as evidence of systemic failure and corruption within the UK's political establishment. While these issues are undeniably serious, critics argue that Musk's framing is designed to stoke public anger and undermine trust in the current government. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who leads the Labour Party, has been at the receiving end of Musk's critiques. Starmer's government, which came to power on a platform of transparency, progressive policies, and economic reform, has faced significant challenges in addressing long-standing issues in British society. While Musk's criticisms touch on legitimate concerns, such as the handling of child grooming cases, the tone and timing of his interventions have raised questions about his motives. Starmer has responded to Musk's provocations with measured statements, emphasizing the importance of addressing misinformation and ensuring that public discourse remains constructive. However, the Labour government has also taken steps to counteract what it views as the harmful influence of social media platforms like X. New legislation aimed at regulating online content and combating hate speech has been introduced, drawing sharp criticism from Musk, who has accused the government of attempting to stifle free speech. This growing clash between Musk and the UK government is emblematic of broader tensions between tech billionaires and democratic institutions. As private individuals with unprecedented wealth and influence increasingly insert themselves into public debates, questions arise about accountability and the role of democratic oversight. Musk's critics argue that his actions in the UK represent an alarming example of an unelected individual using his resources to shape political outcomes, potentially undermining democratic processes in the process. The Financial Times' recent report has added a new layer of complexity to the Musk-Starmer saga. According to the publication, Musk has been discussing with allies how to escalate his efforts to destabilize the Labour government. While the specifics of these discussions remain unclear, the report suggests that Musk is considering strategies beyond his current use of X to amplify far-right narratives and criticize the government. This revelation has sparked widespread speculation about Musk's ultimate goals. Is he seeking to influence the outcome of the next UK election, as the report suggests? If so, what would a far-right government in the UK mean for the country's future? And what does Musk stand to gain from such an outcome? These questions remain unanswered, but they highlight the high stakes of the current political moment. Musk's use of X as a platform for political commentary and influence is not unique, but it is particularly significant given the platform's global reach and Musk's role as its owner. Social media has become an increasingly powerful tool in shaping public opinion, mobilizing political movements, and influencing elections. However, this power comes with significant risks, including the spread of misinformation, the amplification of extremist views, and the erosion of trust in democratic institutions. As the owner of X, Musk wields immense control over what content is prioritized, who is given a platform, and how information is disseminated. Critics argue that his actions have exacerbated existing problems on the platform, including the spread of conspiracy theories and hate speech. Musk's defenders, meanwhile, argue that his commitment to free speech is a necessary corrective to what they see as censorship by other tech platforms. The UK government's efforts to regulate social media have brought these issues to the forefront. New laws aimed at combating online harm have been met with fierce resistance from Musk, who has framed them as an attack on free expression. This clash has significant implications not only for the UK, but for the broader debate about the role of social media in modern democracies. Musk's growing involvement in UK politics is part of a broader trend in which ultra-wealthy individuals use their resources to influence political outcomes. This phenomenon raises important questions about the relationship between wealth and democracy. Should individuals with vast resources be allowed to wield such influence over public policy and elections? What safeguards are needed to ensure that democratic institutions remain accountable to the people, rather than to a small group of elites? In Musk's case, his wealth and control over X give him an unparalleled platform for shaping public opinion. Critics argue that this concentration of power is inherently undemocratic, while Musk's defenders counter that he is simply exercising his right to participate in public discourse. This debate is unlikely to be resolved anytime soon, but it underscores the need for greater scrutiny of the intersection between wealth, power, and politics. The stakes of Musk's alleged campaign against the UK government are high. If the Financial Times report is accurate and Musk is actively working to destabilize Labour, the implications could be profound. A far-right government in the UK would represent a significant shift in the country's political landscape, with potential consequences for domestic policy, international relations, and the future of democracy in Britain. Moreover, Musk's actions have broader implications for the global political climate. As one of the most influential individuals in the world, his decisions and statements carry significant weight. If he is successful in using his platform and resources to influence political outcomes in the UK, it could set a precedent for other ultra-wealthy individuals to follow suit, further blurring the line between private influence and public governance. The unfolding saga of Elon Musk's alleged clash with the UK government is a test not only for British democracy, but for democracies around the world. At its core, this is a story about power, who holds it, how it is wielded, and what checks and balances are in place to ensure that it is used responsibly. Musk's actions have sparked important debates about the role of social media, the influence of wealth in politics, and the resilience of democratic institutions in the face of new challenges. As the UK prepares for its next election, the stakes could not be higher. Prime Minister Keir Starmer and the Labour government face significant challenges, not least of which is the growing influence of individuals like Musk. Whether they can navigate these challenges and uphold the principles of democracy will have profound implications for the future of British politics, and for the broader question of how democracies can adapt to the complexities of the modern world. The outcome of this clash will shape not only the political landscape of the UK, but also the evolving relationship between technology, wealth, and democracy in the 21st century.